Westview wins it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Westview Warrior Basketball is streaming live at LaGwanamedia.com and the IHSAA Champions Network. This is Jerry Hosteller along with Jamie Miller. Today we're coming to you from Westview High School, where we will feature a Saturday afternoon matinee basketball game between the Westview Warriors and the Plymouth Pilgrims. Westview is coming off an exciting game at Northridge last Saturday night with a great comeback in the second half, but they fell short by 3 points in the loss to the Raiders. Rob Yoder's Warriors bring a 6-8 record into today's action. On the other side of the court, Plymouth Pilgrims, under the direction of first-year head coach Joel Grindle, have compiled a 5-11 record, and like Westview, are coming off a loss to Northridge by a score of 55-45, and their game was played the night before the Westview Warriors faced the Raiders, and that would have been a week ago Friday night. Another common opponent of these two teams was Northwood. Westview lost to the Panthers back on December 9th, 73-58, a 15-point loss there for the Warriors, while Plymouth was defeated by Northwood on December 17th in a 17-point loss, 55-38. So it'll be Westview and Plymouth doing battle in a rare Saturday afternoon matchup right here on the Westview hardwood. Today's game sponsor is Weaver Furniture Sales, with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in a Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our halftime sponsor is Lehman Insurance and Financial Group. Their passion is protecting yours, located on Lehman Drive in Topeka. This afternoon's game is also brought to you by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Call Dale at 260-463-3970. By Yoder's Crossroads, located on the southwest corner of State Road 5 and US 20 south of Shipshewana. Also by Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Stutzman Power Equipment on US 20 West in Shipshewana. By Height Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange. Also by Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. By Dry Forest Wood Products on County Road 675 in Shipshewana. By LaGwana, your local creative services provider. By Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, located right across from the Topeka Sale Barn on East Lake Street in Topeka. Also, Avail portable toilet and sink rentals, daily, weekly, or monthly rentals. Today's game is also brought to you by Dutch Blessing Floral and Gifts, located on Taylor Drive in Shipshewana, and by Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury. Today's game is a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. And we'll be back with more from Westview High School, including the interview coming up next with head coach Rob Yoder and Jamie Miller. We'll be back right after this 60-second timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom, filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
Freedom Finish Works in Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, blast coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204.
Coach, you're coming off a really good effort, I thought, against Northridge. It kind of summarized some of your season. Some really tough play in the first half, but a really good comeback and fight in the second half. So talk about what you liked about that Northridge comeback, and then what we have to look forward to today against Plymouth and their players.
Well, I think obviously there's some negatives because we made too many mistakes in the first half, just with turnovers, and probably shot a few shots that we should make, and then maybe an ill-advised shot or two, and so found ourselves down by 11, I think, at half. But really had a lot of fight and made fewer mistakes with the ball and made a nice little comeback. And then they shot it really well the first half, shot it more normal in the second, and allowed us a little bit of chance to rebound the ball. And so we just think that our guys are trying really hard. They are. And they're right there, and they have improved a lot from the end of last summer to now. They compete really well, and they're in every game pretty much. And we got to figure out a way to get over that hump. And for us, I think the biggest thing that we're trying to overcome is turnovers. And not just you're going to have turnovers, but some of our turnovers are so bad that they allow a team to not just turn you over on a post-entry feed where they make a really great play and then they have to come down and you're playing 5-on-5. But it seems like ours we almost give them the ball, and then it's a run-out layup. And so we're not just turning over. We're giving them 95% field goal shots on the other end because of our turnovers are just really tough ones. So that's something we're working on. We think that we can get there on that. But if you look at how we are in our defensive rotations, we kind of conquered that earlier in the year. Our ability to rebound tough rebounds and compete and really fight and scrap for rebounds once we do block out has improved. Our ability to work together and get good shots. We shoot far fewer terrible shots than we did at the beginning of the year. That has improved. And so now we got to kind of clear this last hurdle, and we got to pass and catch without mistake. And so we're working on it. We work on it every day. And hopefully our kids are going to get there.
For Plymouth tonight, who's our couple players we need to?
Well, I think that probably starts with Ray. I think that he's an aggressive scorer, left-handed player, can shoot it, can drive it, and they got some guys that can play a little bit both inside and outside. So that's going to make it tough on us. They're going to play man. They're going to switch every screen. So we got to see if we can take advantage of some of those switches and get the matchups that we want. But that's reading for both the guys that are involved in the screening action, cutting action, or set action. And it's also reading on the ball handler's point, So we got to read some stuff and really be able to take advantage of that switching defense, I think.
Well, good luck this afternoon. And we will be back to Westview right after this.
30.
Coach, you're coming off a really good
Host Etler with Jamie Miller back with you at Westview High School in this afternoon contest on Saturday on cold winter February afternoon. Good to have you along today. Westview out on hardwood getting in their last second warm-ups before this contest this afternoon. Plymouth at 5-11 come in here trying to get off the schneid. They were beaten by Northridge, as I mentioned earlier, in their last game. And, of course, Westview was defeated also by the Northridge Raiders, but a really fine finish to that game, Jamie. And I didn't have a chance to see it, but you witnessed it in person. And that was a valiant comeback, no doubt, for the Warriors.
Yeah, it was such a good comeback that it really is almost an upset that we didn't finish it off.
Yeah.
I mean, we had our chances. We have a layup there in the last 15 seconds that didn't go in. Might have been contact, might have not. We won't discuss that part of it. And then we don't block out on a free throw. And then we still got about a 30-footer to try to tie it at the buzzer. So great comeback. I think the coach in his pregame really, emphasized. And if he's emphasizing it in an interview, it's something they're really focusing on. That's turnovers.
You're right.
And it doesn't matter if you turn it over in the last minute or the first minute. It's a possession that's lost because that was a relatively low possession game. And so turnovers your percentage of turnovers per possession is even higher. And, and then when you lose by one possession, you just want to kick yourself.
That's
and
right.
I thought that's kind of how they would think after the game, because it's like, wow, we really had a chance to steal this one. So hopefully they can take that good momentum from the comeback, keep working on the things that are holding them back. Because at 6-8, but 5 out of our last 7 games have been decided by 4 points or less.
Wow.
And we've lost 4 of those 5. And
Yeah.
so you throw, I mean, you can't do it, but if you take away 4 losses and add 4 wins, we're sitting here at 10-4, and the whole season looks a whole lot better.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
So, from now to the end of the year, can we do that?
Right.
And so this will be a good chance to start that.
We're going to pause here for our national anthem being sung today by Landon Bennett. Landon Bennett, a senior here at Westview with the national anthem this afternoon. Good job, Landon. Jamie, quickly, your keys to the game today.
Well, they're going to switch on defense, and what that means is instead of your normal screening and everything, it's almost like a zone in that sense. And so you got to cut more than you screen, and that can be hard sometimes to adjust to. And then number 2, stop Plymouth's drives. They drive it really hard, especially with their left-handed players. And, you don't want to get in foul trouble and give up layups.
Taking a look at the starting lineups, Trey Hall, number 10, will be at one guard for Coach Joel Grindel's Plymouth Pilgrims. Lennon Craybaum, a 6'1 senior, will be at a forward. Number 15, number 24 is Davis Ray, their leading scorer, 12.9 points per game, 6'2 junior. Number 25 is Easton Strain, a 6'4 junior. He's actually their leading scorer at 13.1 points per game. And Michael Sheely, their center, at 6'3", he's a junior, averaging 4 points per ball game. Westview, a little change in their starting lineup today, as you'll see, is the freshman, Max Engel, a 6-foot freshman, gets the start this afternoon. Starting with Max will be Brady Yoder, number 11, a 5'10 junior. Also in the starting lineup for the Westview Warriors will be Mason Yoder, a 6'3 senior and Westview's leading scorer. Next out for the Warriors will be 5'9 sophomore Wiley Minix. And rounding out the starting lineup will be the big guy, Bucky Lehman, a 6'4 senior. So it's Westview and Plymouth.
Plymouth with good size, really, all over. Their shortest player is 10 Trey Hall, and he's 5'11", or
right.
5'10". So good. Let's see, they got Ray at 6'2", Strain at 6'4", Sheely at 6'3", and then off the bench, a 6'5 senior, Connor DeLee, and a freshman, 6'4", Caden Ellery, who I believe played some on the JV. A real athletic-looking, nice-looking player out there. So, they're 5'11". It looks a little like Northridge did at 5'10" when we played them the other night. They actually played Northridge last week and lost by 10.
Right, 55-45. Westview was defeated by Northridge 51-48 a week ago tonight. Westview controls the tip. Mason Yoder controls out front, picks up his dribble, looking for help. We'll get it to Max Engel getting the start this afternoon, number 5 for the Warriors.
Well, we talked before we got on air. This is not a opponent we're extremely familiar with. We play him once a year, maybe. This is only the 7th time in the Rob Yoder era. Well, that would include last year when he wasn't here. And so you feel each other out a little bit and figure out what's going on.
Nice jumper up the baseline by Mason, but can't get it to go, and the rebound's yanked down by Michael Shealy. Back on the Pilgrim.
Last year was only a 32-24 score, so very low scoring last year, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you had mentioned low possessions, and this could be one of those games where there's not a whole lot of possessions because Plymouth does like to be very patient on offense.
Well, and they're 5-11, but they don't have a lot of blowout losses. They're in a lot of games, and they're only giving up 48 points a game on the year, so that goes to your point about low possessions.
Always been a control-oriented offense for quite a few years now. Shots no good by Ray outside, or Pregame rather. Putback is up and good by Shealy inside. Back come the Warriors now. Brady Yoder. Bucky Lehman came out. Goes through the hands of Max Engelin out of bounds. So it'll be unforced turnover on Westview as Plymouth will bring it back up.
We didn't have enough rotation that time to tell. It almost looked like Plymouth was in a zone that time.
Like that's what they played last year, although we didn't do that game, but watching it. They have a new coach this year, however, Joel Grindle. Pass underneath, and the shot's up and good by Shealy. And he has all 4 of Plymouth's points, and they're up 4-0 now.
Well, knowing the conference they're in, they play a pretty tough schedule. So, again, their schedule is not necessarily representative if you would compare it to an NECC school.
Mason tries to square up. Good defense by Plymouth. Inside pass to Bucky, and he banks it home.
Good patience that time by Mason to keep his pivot foot and find the open guy. That was a zone set we ran off of that, so regardless of what they played there, it kind of works the same.
4-2. Plymouth with the lead and the basketball. Out front is Strain. We'll take it down low right side and then pull it back out front on the pass to Shealy. Down to the hands of Pregame.
Both teams look like they're well scouted. We're not playing even close to number 50 out there, and they're not even playing close to our big guy as far as having the ball on the perimeter.
Westview with the rebound off the miss. Mason hands it off to Brady. Inside 5 minutes to go now here in the first quarter. Good to have you along. Brady drives, puts it up off the glass and got it.
Great play call that time by Coach Yoder. He saw the matchup. They had switched for once, and Brady was on Shealy, and that's an advantage. So he went low and isolated him, and Brady put it in.
Yeah, paid off. Out front is Shealy. He'll go left side to Ray. His shot's no good. And we have a whistle and a foul going up over the back for Plymouth was number 25, and that is Strain, his first. Team first foul as well. First foul for either team for that matter.
The energy in here is a little different in the afternoon, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Kind of a sparse crowd on hand. Maybe more people will filter in as the afternoon progresses. We'll see.
Well, they might be home shoveling, too.
Well, that could be. Tell you, the roads aren't all that great coming over here. I took country roads all the way over, and still not in very good shape out there.
Yeah, the road down here off of 20 was a little
icy,
yeah.
Wiley Minix will trigger it in as Plymouth knocked it out of bounds.
Let's see if Brady can pick up where he left off against Northridge. He really hit 5 threes and handled the ball really nicely against Northridge, and that production is something that's just so crucial to our success.
Oh, yeah, we started off the year hitting a lot of threes, and then we cooled off, and then kind of came back in that second half of the Northridge game, and the threes became part of our game in that comeback.
Right, I think we hit 10 the other night.
Yeah, that might have been our high for the season. I know there are a couple games where we had 8 earlier, but
yeah, I believe it was our high.
Foul off the baseline. And that's going to go against Mason Yoder, his first foul. Inbounding will be Davis Ray, and he tosses it into Shealy. Down low, now back to Shealy. He'll drive into the lane, put it up, and scores.
Well, we gave him space that time, but that's almost too much space. You give him he's at the free throw line, and you still give him 5 feet. It gives him a chance to get going and make a move.
Sheely's average is only 4 points per contest, and he already has 6 this afternoon.
That's always encouraging when you give a guy is above his average in the first half of the quarter.
Inside 3 minutes now to go in the first quarter. Driving the baseline is Brady's triple team, gets it off to Max Engel. He'll pull it back out front to Wiley. Now Brady with a long three, in and out, no good. Good offensive board by Lehman, and he tries to put it up, and we have a 2-shot foul coming for Bucky.
I like to see that from Bucky. He got the offensive rebound. His first instinct always is to pass the ball, and that time he took his time, did a little spin move, and he was going to get a layup out of that.
Sheely picks up the foul, his first. Shot out at the back of the rim, no good for Bucky on his first shot. He'll get one more. JV was victorious in this afternoon's first game, 42-35, and they have a very impressive record at 13-2 now in the season.
Yeah, they came off a good win against Northridge.
That was a big win on the road.
It really was.
Yeah.
They played really well, handled the ball well.
Bucky comes out. Braden Esch enters the contest for Westview.
I think Bucky already has his average, doesn't he?
Yeah, 2. You're right.
He's got, 3?
No, that's right. He hit the free throw, too, didn't he? Or one of the free throws.
Westview going to a little trapping pressure in the corners.
Left side shot by Strain is no good. Tipped in the air, tipped around, chased down by Mason. Good hustle. Mason crosses the timeline and drives the lane. Gives off to Braden, wide open on the left side, and he swishes it.
They give him 3 on that, too.
Wow. Looked like he was inside, but we'll take it. 8-6 now. Westview goes up by 2. Minute 54 seconds to go first quarter. Pass comes outside to Ray. They'll go right side to Strain.
Brady doing a nice job of making Ray work for his shots.
Yes, I guess he got one shot off at least tonight.
Yeah, and they've tried to post him up a little bit too, but
boy, Sheely's having a game.
He's doubled his average now, huh? He's up
yeah,
he's
well above it. Yeah, he's doubled it. You're right.
Well, we're allowing them to get the ball in positions that are pretty easy to score.
Turnaround jumper in the lane, no good by Mason. Tipped into the hands of Easton Strain, and back come the Pilgrims. Trey Hall with it. Bounce passes it down low on the baseline left side to Kraybomb. He drives, is met by traffic there on the baseline. We'll get it right side now to Strain. Back out front it'll come to Kraybomb.
Plymouth very deliberate. They know who their scorers are, and they know who can do what.
Ray too hard off the glass, and the rebound to Brady Yoder.
Both teams' leading scorers have missed close shots now.
Brady to pull up just beyond the free throw line, and it's good. 35 seconds to go first quarter. Westview by 2. Good ball game so far, 10-8. Trey Hall will slow it down now for the Plymouth offense as they'll go for the last shot of this first quarter. Inside pass, and tried to get it across the lane, but they're going to call a kick on Brady. It hit on his lower body, and he picked it up before it went out of bounds. But
that was a gray area there because it's only a kick if it's intentional, like you stick your foot out.
Hit his foot.
You just kind of hit it, but
right.
Because he was moving, I guess it almost looked like it.
Yeah.
So, good call that time by the coach to try to get a quick turnover there, and it should have worked.
Shots up, and it's going to go underneath by Easton Strain, and he's fouled. And that'll go against Max Engel, his first. 10-10 ball game, and now Plymouth a chance to take the lead with 14.7 to go in the first quarter. Easton Strain at the stripe, shoots 57% from the free throw line, and he hits that one. Back in the ball game, Lennon Kraybomb comes in for Plymouth. Coming out for a rest is Easton Strain. 11-10. Plymouth, 12 seconds to go, first quarter. Mason gets it across the timeline. He'll go right side. Brady thought about the three and then was covered up. Now he'll pop it. fall-away jumper's no good at the buzzer. And we played the first 8 minutes this afternoon at Westview with Westview trailing Plymouth. Plymouth 11, Westview 10. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken. And then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988. And now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialist attends to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their back.
We're back and ready for the second quarter of play. Plymouth gets the basketball. They have a 1-point advantage at 11-10 to begin the second period. Walters into the ball game, a 6-foot sophomore, number 20 rather. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Westview, and it's going to be Plymouth ball.
Coaches must have seen something on tape to keep trapping the ball out there. Sometimes it helps get you going a little bit, just like that.
Yeah, Brady knocked it away, but knocked it out of bounds, and so Plymouth will retain possession. But yeah, good adjustment there.
Coaches are gritting their teeth. We're like an inch from getting several of these turnovers, and they just keep going out of bounds or off of us. So.
There we go again. Good job by Braden anticipating that, but he stepped out of bounds as he tried to advance it up court. So here we go.
It's just one of those games. It's like every time we tip one.
At least we're getting our hands in there and causing some ruckus.
That's a good way to put it.
Drive down to the baseline and off the body of Westview, then off the shins of Plymouth. So
there we got one.
Yeah.
Not a live ball turnover, but we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take any kind of turnover we can get.
Yeah, sometimes that helps your offense as much as it helps your defense. Just kind of gets the blood flowing a little more, and you're playing a little harder.
Also in, Luke Helmuth has come in for Westview. Luke, a 5'8 sophomore, number 33. Brady Yoder on the wing. He'll go to Braden in the corner right side, and he hits again. So Braden 2 for 2 this afternoon off the bench. A 3 and a regular field goal gives Westview the 1-point lead at 12-11. And now we have a traveling violation on Zane Lark, a 5'10 senior, in for Plymouth. Back into the ball game will come Trey Hall. And back out of the game, Zane Lark.
A lot of effort on that possession that time by Mason. I'm tired just watching. I can imagine needs a little break here.
Brady into the lane, pulls up, gives off to Esch. Now left side to go to Helmuth. Brady Yoder. Esch back to Brady. At the free throw line is Mason. Tries to make the move. He does, and scores from inside.
Nice job going straight up that time and not to get the charge. Westview kind of in a 1-3-1, 1-2-2.
Ball knocked away by Luke Helmuth, and he's got a forced into a held ball. Max Engel got down there on the floor and tied it up, and it'll be Westview's ball on the alternating possession.
This is something we used to run 3-4 years ago when we had 4 starters, 6'4" and over, which your length really shrinks the passing lane. So we haven't done a lot of that lately, but I think this is a good idea to kind of change things up a little bit.
Brady, quick shot from 2, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Mason, they say. It looked like it tipped off the hand of one of the Plymouth Pilgrims, but not the case according to the officials, so it'll be Plymouth basketball.
Well, referee that made that call, he's been around a long time.
Yeah, he is.
And when he makes the call, he's convinced of it.
Yes, he is. There's no doubt in his mind. Good pass underneath. Luke just a hair short from getting his hand in there. Easton Strain puts it in off the glass.
Well, and that's what can happen if the traps don't work. You give up a layup, and that's the risk that you take with that. But so far, we've had more success than failure out of it.
Like two pretty evenly matched opponents here this afternoon.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
far.
Well, this is one where we have a chance to beat a solid team, and it's just going to be a matter of can we not turn it over and can we make the plays needed to come out of here.
Ball knocked away inside, picked up by Plymouth. The big guy's Sheely with the loose ball. He gets it to Trey Hall, and Hall across the 10-second stripe. Anytime you can beat a Northern Lakes Conference opponent, normally that's a feather in your cap.
Right, and we have another one coming up in a couple of weeks with Wawasee.
Yeah. Finish a year with Concord. Of course, we played Northwood earlier, Northridge. Driving is Brady, right-hand layup too hard. Picked off the glass there by Ray, and he gets it up court to Walters. Walters drives it down to the baseline. He's trapped down there, and he gets it out of trouble to Sheely. Sheely pulls it out front on the pass to Walters. Now driving is Ray, and we have a foul and a reach-in by Westview. That'll be on Brady, his first. Entering the contest for the first time this afternoon, Caden Ellery, a 6'4 freshman, comes in for the Plymouth Pilgrims. Davis Ray will trigger it in for Plymouth underneath their own basket. The lob comes in to Strain. His shot's no good, and a rebound, Mason Yoder. Westview a chance to extend their 1-point lead here. Minix gets it to Mason. Back to Minix in the corner.
Well, Plymouth has Minix scouted pretty good. They're not giving him very much to get a shot off. He got several off the other night against Northridge, but most of that in the second half. So we'll see if we can adjust a little bit.
Helmuth goes left side to Minix. Bounce pass inside to Mason Yoder. Turnaround jumper off the baseline. Can't get it to drop, and the rebound Strain. They'll go to Ray. Ray into the lane. Knocked away by Helmuth again. Good quick hands by Luke. Driving is Mason, and we have a whistle and a foul. I think the shot would have counted if it would have gone in.
Yeah, it would. Nice step that time to avoid the charge.
Mason will have two shots coming his way from the charity stripe. He gets his first. That's his third point of the afternoon. Get some shots off, but they haven't been dropping.
You know, early in the year, he was scoring at will.
Right.
You know, and then scouting kicked in and things like that.
Makes a difference.
And so he's dipped a little, but he's fighting through it. He's making a lot of other plays. I think he's gonna improve that as the season ends or comes toward the end.
Ray down to Ellery. He puts it up off the glass too hard. And Westview with a rebound. Hunter Porter into the contest as he pulled it off the glass. Wiley Minix, he'll go to Esch left side. Back out front to Luke Helmuth. Not a Minix. 3:20 to go, first half. Westview up by 3, 16-13. And a timeout called by Rob Yoder. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this with more action.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their vacuum kiln drying process. At Dry Forest, we believe in valuing the life of a tree by respecting its integrity and enjoying its natural beauty. Dry Forest Wood Products with over 40 years of lumber drying experience. Located at 4325 North, 675 West in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-7714.
3:15 to go in the first half. Westview with a 3-point lead at 16-13. Timeout called by Rob Yoder with his team out. And now Plymouth breaks out of their huddle.
Well, we're having a little difficulty up top that time, but I think primarily we weren't getting our offense set up right. It had been a couple of possessions already, so Coach wanted to remind him of a few things, and Brady got back in the game.
We're seeing different combinations. Of course, here again, I didn't see the Northridge game, but we've seen Luke Helmuth in there.
Yeah, Luke came in and had a big three, just like that.
Yeah, that was huge.
He had a big three to kind of get the party started the other night on the comeback.
Westview with a 3 minutes first points of the afternoon. 19-13, Westview by 6. Ray, cross court to Walters. Ball knocked out of bounds by Brady Yoder. It'll be stay in the hands of Plymouth.
Another thing with the substituting is with the type of defense we're playing right now, it takes a lot of energy.
That's true. You got to keep fresh bodies in there. Ellery tried to save it from going out of bounds, but fails to do that, so Westview will take over. Wiley Minix inbounding to Mason Yoder.
Might be something here to try to get another shot for Wiley.
Try to get it down low to Mason, knocked away. Ray all the way down. He has it knocked away, loses his footing and goes out of bounds. It'll be Westview ball.
Nice hands that time. Was that Brady that was back?
Brady was, back, and also was it Hunter Porter that was in there? I'm not sure.
Yeah, stopping that drive as Ray tried to cross over and go to his right. That angle on that pass by Minix into Mason was the problem there. That's too easy to defend. You need to dribble one more step down to get a better angle on that pass.
Minix with it. He's covered up there by Ray, and now we have a whistle, and a foul's going to be called on 10, Trey Hall, his second foul. Sheely back into the ball game. Ellery comes out for Plymouth. Brady Yoder inbounding for Westview underneath their own basket off to the right. He'll pop it all the way outside to Mason. Inside 2 minutes to go now in the first half. Westview by 6, 19-13. Mason drives it, gives out to Minix. Quick three is going to be short. Hunter Porter, good hustle for the rebound. Braden left open, passes up the three. Back to Mason, now Minix.
Well, what this game is turning into, at least on this end of the floor, is we're running kind of a triangle around the lane down there and posting up at the top and on both blocks. And it's pretty much a matter of, can our post players be stronger and get the ball down there and either score or kick it out? And right now we're not getting it inside very well at all.
We're shutting off the middle pretty handily here.
Well, they are. This is a little different than our typical motion offense, but it's something that plays to, I think, the strengths of what we do. But right now we kind of got out of that. We're going back to the 5-man motion.
Down to 50 seconds now to go in the half. 19-13 Westview. Mason goes to Hunter Porter up top. Out of Minix. Minix gets it down to Mason, drives the baseline, loses control, and it goes off of Plymouth and out of bounds. Into the ball game, Zane Lark coming back out will be Trey Hall for Plymouth.
This will probably lead to a one-shot possession here, or at least unless we can get a layup off this inbounds.
33.8 to go. Good quick pass inside, and Mason had the easy shot, so Westview took advantage of that. 21-13 now. Plymouth brings it up. Chance to take the last shot here. Trapped on the side, but they get it inside to Strain, and he puts it up and in.
Yeah, nice job by Plymouth that time, not panicking when they were trapped on the sideline.
Showed a lot of patience there. 21-15, Westview up by 6, and now they go up by 9 as Brady hits the three as the buzzer sounds here for the first half in this afternoon contest at Westview, with Westview leading it by 9 at halftime. 24-15 is our score. Westview over Plymouth. And we'll be back with the Lehman Insurance and Financial Group halftime show right after this 2-minute timeout. Specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capability for powder coating. Rita Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204.
Visit the new Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Start your day off right with locally roasted coffee at Five Lakes Coffee. Speedy drive-through or enjoy the aroma and coffee inside. Breakfast and lunch at the Corporate Cafe offering daily lunch specials and featuring Yoder popcorn. Quality popcorn since 1936. Homemade caramel corn and free samples while you browse our gourmet shops. That's Yoder Crossroads, 5 and 20, Shipshewana, Indiana.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSA. Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. C-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down and 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Have you ever wondered what the difference is between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA? Have you ever wondered if you have enough life insurance? No matter where you are at in your retirement planning journey, nearing retirement, or just starting to think about it, we can help you. Our mission is to get to know your needs, your wants, and your long-term goals, and then implement strategies to help you get there. If you've ever wondered about any of these things, give us a call.
Back at Westview at halftime, where Westview leads Plymouth 24-15. Really well played game. Plymouth led 11-10 after one quarter, but Westview kind of dominated in that quarter and outscored Plymouth. 14-4. Our halftime tonight is this afternoon rather is brought to you by Lehman Insurance and Financial Group. Their passion is protecting you. Let's take a look at the individual scoring before Dan jumps in with some stats. For Plymouth, they only had 2 players score in that first half. Michael Shealy, a 6'3 junior who's only averaging 4 points a game on the year, doubled that in the first quarter and had 8, and that's what he finished with. And Easton Strain, their leading scorer on the year at 13.1, had 7. So he's just roughly over half of his average. For Westview, including that big 3 right at the buzzer there at halftime, Brady Yoder has 7. And leads us in scoring tonight, this afternoon. He's got 1 3 and 2 two-point field goals. Also playing a nice game out there, kind of running the point. Mason Yoder has seen some tough sledding out there as far as openings, but he did finish with 6 points, 2 field goals, 2 free throws. Wiley Minix was 1 for 2 from 3 for 3 points. Braden H came off the bench today and hit both of his shots, a 3 and a 2. Gave us a big lift offensively. And Bucky Lehman had an early basket and a free throw later on to finish with 3. So Brady with 7, Mason with 6, Wiley with 3, Braden with 5, and Bucky with 3. And now Dan has some more insight into why we're up 9.
We scored more than they have.
There you go, folks. Yeah. You don't get that anywhere else.
Yeah, so looking at the shooting percentages, Westview is shooting 6 of 12 from inside the arc, so 50%. And they're shooting 3 of 5 from three-point range. I only show that we missed 2. So shooting better outside the arc than we are inside. On the other side of the ledger, the Pilgrims are 7 of 13. So they're almost exactly the same from inside the arc, but they have not hit a 3. They're 0 for 3. Westview has a slight rebounding advantage, has 9 compared to 8 from the Pilgrims. Fouls are about the same. There's 3 calls on Westview, 3 different players with a foul apiece, and 4 on Pilgrims. Paul is the only one with more than 1. He has got 2. Just looking at the scoring, so Plymouth jumped out to a 4-point lead. We tied him up, and they took the lead back, and then we took the lead. So there's been a couple lead changes in the first quarter. We were down by 1, 10-11 at the end of the first. But then until just less than a minute to go in the second quarter, I think, was the first time they had one basket in the second quarter until that point. So in the meantime, Westview had scored 11 points, so they went on an 11-2 run to start the second quarter. So that really is why we're up 7, about right there, I think. So,
right.
And then they hit one more bucket, and then we hit a 3. So, yeah. So.
Nice defensive. Did you keep track of turnovers?
I did. I show us 3 on us and 4 on them. But
that
we
sounds
had
about right.
So many that were almost.
I know.
Almost got the steal. Yeah, we got our hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. They got it back. Then we did it again. And I didn't keep track of those.
Oh, yeah. We had at least 4 or 5 of those.
Right.
But it was just inches from being our ball or a light ball, drive to the other end. Just couldn't get it to not go our way. But good effort out there. I thought that going to that 1-3-1 really got us going.
Yeah, watching that made me think, well, I guess we've seen the other end of that where you get that trap come flying at you.
Mm-hmm. You get trapped in the corner.
How many times have we had that happen to us? And I guess we decided, well, hey, why don't we try it on the other guys?
Yeah, I think it was a nice, it was just a back and forth. I won't say boring game the first 4 or 5 minutes, but Plymouth was kind of getting the ball wherever they wanted it, and who was their leading scorer? Shealy, he was getting, he had scored 8 already. It's like, okay, it's time to change things up a little bit.
Well, most of the way through that first quarter, he was the only one from them, the only one with points, the only one with rebounds, and the only one with fouls. At one point, he had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and a foul.
Wow.
And that was before anybody else got into the stats.
I mean, there's some guys that had missed shots, but nobody else had scored.
So. Nothing positive, anyhow, or fouls. Yeah. So, wow, that's an impressive performance by him. So, on the good side of things, we held their leading scorer to, 6, and their second leading scorer to none.
Yeah. So
or actually at 7, I think. Yeah. Their second, Strain had 7, but Ray didn't score.
Right.
So, at 12.9, he was kind of the guy we were worried about out there. But we did a nice job on him. So, Plymouth will make some adjustments. I imagine they'll be ready for pressure this half. Now, whether they can handle it, who knows. But we have to be ready to come out. I think the third quarter we kind of adapted over the year. Early in the year, it was a terrible quarter for us. So now it kind of doesn't stand out either way anymore. So that's a good thing. And we need to come out ready. I think it is going to be Plymouth's ball coming out here, and their offense is going to be in front of their bench now. So. That might boost them a little bit, what they're calling and everything. But
good end of the first half to stretch that lead out to 9 points, give it some breathing room there.
That was really a big shot. I think that shot and then the 2 shots Braden Aish hit when he came in. Those 2, he hit 2 shots the other night. But, he's been struggling a little bit lately. So for him to come off the bench and just bam, bam, hit those is really big, and I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, Brady's coming out of his slump a little bit too, so especially in that Northridge game, I guess. He hit some threes, and tonight this afternoon he's hit 1 3, I guess. Yeah.
1 3, 1 for 2, but he's adapting to not just being open off the curl, off the screen like he was so many, his first couple of years when he had some older players around him and took a lot of the attention. So he's done a nice job adjusting, finding where he can get his shots, not forcing things. And it's nice to see. So tonight's halftime show has been brought to you by Lehman Insurance and Financial Group, located on Lehman Drive in Topeka.
Okay, we're about ready to go for the second half of play here. Both teams talking things over with their respective head coaches. As I mentioned, Joel Grindle in his first year coaching Plymouth, but this isn't his first year of coaching overall. He's started out at Argus back in 2009. Been pretty successful. He had a 14-8 record in his first year. He spent 2 years at Argus with winning records, 11-10 in his second year. Then he moved on to North Montgomery, where he was 11-11, 7-14, 5-16, 7-14 again, 14-10, and finished out at North Montgomery in 2016 with a 15-8 record. So this is his first year of coaching since the 2016 season.
Do you remember, did he play somewhere local in college?
Boy, that name sounds really
familiar. It does.
That's
why I was wondering.
Plymouth with the basketball, as Jamie mentioned.
Well, looks like we're coming out just in straight man right now, and I think that's smart. Plymouth probably spent a lot of their halftime on how to break the press or the traps.
A bump inside, no call, and 25, that's a strain. Misses a shot, but puts it right back in on the putback. 24-17, Westview by 7. Mason dishes it off to Brady, drives the lane, right back to Mason. Mason drives the lane. He'll put it up. Got it! 8 now for Mason. 26-17 Westview. Ray, right side. Shots in the air and good on a 3 by Trey Hall. He was quiet the whole first half, but hits a 3 in the early going of this second half. Brady Yoder brings it up for Westview. We'll go left side with the Minix. Westview, let's see, it's their original starting lineup. Ball tipped away inside Plymouth. And it's going to be a foul on Ray as he was called for reaching in. Minix inbounding for Westview. He'll get it into Brady Yoder. Brady goes right side to Bucky Lehman. Back out front to Brady. He'll drive the lane and give off left side to Minix. Back to Brady. Max Engel shoots it right side on the pass to Mason. Back to Bucky. The anticipation by Ray, and he's got the breakaway, but misses a dribble. And he gets it to the big guy, Shealy, coming in.
And that's the kind of turnover Coach was talking about before the game, about where we just give it to them.
Yeah.
Those live ball turnovers are just, we've held them to what? What they have, 15 at halftime.
Right, yeah, they only scored 4 points in the second quarter.
So just give them one.
Right. They got it all the way down to a 4-point deficit now from 9 to start the second half.
Well, Ray had almost no stats in the first half, and so far he's got 2 points and 2 fouls this half.
Picks up his second quick foul here. Brady Yoder will inbound for Westview underneath their own basket off to the right. Lobs it into Bucky Lehman. Lehman gets it to Mason. Mason drives it down to the baseline. He's met there by a couple of Pilgrims. He'll give it to Brady, left wide open. It's going to be a 2 for Brady. Just inside the arc. Pass inside. Now we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Mason. He reached in trying to knock that ball away, and they whistled for the foul. All that pretty tight.
Yeah, they're being consistent. Definitely had him on the arm.
Ray, he'll get the pass right back and puts it up. No good. Good hustle on the rebound offensively by Craybaum. Back out front, it'll come to Ray. Ray goes left side in the corner, strains threes, no good. Tipped into the hands from Brady Yoder to Minix, then right back to Brady.
Yeah, it started with a good block out by Brady that time. Didn't get the ball, but.
Bucky out front, hands it off to Brady. Westview by 6, 28-22, 5:06 to go, third quarter. Mason gets it to Brady between the circles. Backs it out now, so set up a play here. Brady tries to penetrate left side. Can't get it there, so he gives it to Minix right back to Brady. Brady into the lane. Jumper is good.
Nice alteration on that shot. Gonna throw it over the tall guy there.
11 now for Brady, leads his team in that department. 30-22. Westview back up 8 now. Ray gets it to Hall. Ray down low to go to Craybaum. He gets it out of trouble. Or Craybaum drives. He puts it up off the back of the iron. A charging foul's going to be called on Plymouth.
Nice job by Mason that time. It's a good fake to get in the lane, but you got to pull up. You don't want to be floating when you get in there.
That's exactly what his coach just told him. He was out there telling him what to do. Minix and Brady Yoder. Brady brings it up. Back to Minix. Minix picks up his dribble, looking for help. Gets it to Brady, high on the left side, now to Mason. He'll drive the lane, puts it up, gets hammered on the head as he goes up for the shot. He'll have a couple of shots coming his way.
Teams have kind of adjusted to Mason's moves that he did early in the year when he was just driving at will and everything. So what the staff has done is our offense is getting him more around the basket, getting him the ball in the lane where it's not such a chore to make a move per se. You know, it's with athleticism. Right. He can jump up and just shoot a short one or drive like he did there.
That leaping ability that he has, he can really be a asset inside like that. And misses both free throws there. So Westview retains their 8-point lead, 30-22, 3:42 to go in the third quarter. Hall goes out front to Pregame. He'll go left side with it to Ray and then right back out front. Pregame takes a shot, gives off to Sheely. Ray with Brady hawking him on defense. They'll go right side of Strain. Brady anticipated that pass. Knocks it into the hands of the fans across from us.
He's had his hands on quite a few of those today. A lot of deflections for Brady.
Inbounding will be Craybaum. He'll get it into Trey Hall. Hall on the pass left side to Strain. And back going to come to Ray. Top of the key. Right side, the shots in the air off the back of the iron, no good. Chasing the basketball down was Brady Yoder. He'll get it to Mason Yoder. Left side to Esch. Back out Toronto to come to Helmuth.
Good constraint that time by Helmuth on that pass.
Yeah.
Because that was exactly some of the passes we've done that have not turned out so good.
No, it kind of backfire on us. Rebound pulls down the rebound. Outlet pass to Hall, and then up court it'll come to Strain. Strain tries to drive on Esch. Braden cut him off on the baseline. Back up top, it'll come to Craybaum. Sheely. Back to Hall, now Craybaum, top of the circle. Left side, Ray. Inside pass on the no-look variety to Strain. His shot's too hard. Now we have a whistle and a foul's going to be called on Max Engel, his second.
Yeah, that shot missed by so much, it was hard to get rebounding position.
Right. Davis Ray will trigger it in for Plymouth. Quick pass comes in to Strain. He'll force up the shot. It's going to be short. Good defense by Mason Yoder. Goes off the hands of Plymouth and out of bounds, so it'll be Westview ball underneath the Plymouth basket.
Well, Mason's playing tough in there on that post defense. He's not giving him much, and he's making him take tough shots over him, not gambling and giving him layups. It's just kind of a hard-fought slugfest right now, isn't it? It seems like every time we play Plymouth, we're in the 40s.
30-22, low-scoring game. Late in the third quarter, 1:45 to go. Max Engel gets it to Braden Esch. Now Mason Yoder between the circles. Right side will come to Luke Helmuth. Max looks to Braden. Braden tempted to take that three-point shot.
He thought about it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Well, I guess the next one he'll probably take.
There it is. Misses that one, and the rebound's yanked down by Strain. He'll get it ahead to Hall. Hall goes left side on the pass to Ray. Ray tries to drive the baseline. We have a whistle and an offensive foul on Ray. That'll be his third.
Man, he wants to come out. He's been playing hard on both ends, and I thought he wanted to come out. I don't know what that signal. Maybe I was wrong on what.
Putting up one finger. I'm not sure what he meant by that. Coming into the ball game for the first time tonight, or this afternoon, is Camden Yoder, the freshman. Number 3. Camden, a 5'7" freshman.
Well, he's been the point guard primarily on the JV all year and has really progressed nicely, handles the ball, hits a shot when it's there.
Helmuth with it out front. Plymouth applying some pressure, trying to trap out front of them. Well, maybe not.
Well, yeah, this is where we're running this spread. If they're going to trap it, we need to take advantage of it and make them pay for it. Just being passive against it is kind of tough.
Brady looking for help, finally gets it from Mason. We're down to 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Camden Yoder gets it to Luke Helmuth. Camden, a good ball handler. Works against Ray, and Ray almost had the steal. Knocked loose and steal, and the shot's going to be up and good on the pass underneath from Sheely to Strain. So we played three quarters. Westview up 30-24 over Plymouth. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. C-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken. And then finish it off with a slice of fresh baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988. And now offer delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Westview inbounding to begin the fourth quarter, up by 6, 30-24 to Plymouth. Brady Yoder has the basketball, take it right side on the wing, and pull it back out front on the pass to Luke Helmuth. So it's Brady Yoder, Luke Helmuth, Max Sengel, Mason Yoder, and Braden Nash in the lineup for Westview. Luke Helmuth in the center circle, goes right side on the dribble, gives it off to Brady.
Plymouth is really pressuring our ball handlers out front, and we're not really looking to make a move off of that. I think that would lead to something pretty good if we would.
Mason, a fall-away jumper's no good. Max Engel with the offensive rebound, and he's whistling for traveling.
Yeah, I was trying to collect himself under there. And
right. Plymouth inbound with the basketball is Trey Hall, a 5'10 junior. Gets it across the timeline, and we're trying to trap, and a trap is successful as Mason will take it down, and he'll dunk it. He slams it home. 32-24. Westview up by 8 now. Excellent trap by Westview to lead to that slam dunk by Mason. Ray gets it right side to Walters. He drives it, puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound, then the interception by Luke Helmuth. He'll hand it off to Brady in the corner right side, pulls it back out front to Braden Nash. Now Luke. Luke, bounce pass. He hits Max underneath, and he had it blocked away. It goes out of bounds, but it belonged to Westview.
Luke's making a lot of good plays out there. Had that steal, and then he kind of let up on the fast break. I know it was kind of 1-on-2, so and a nice curl there and a dish to Max.
He seems to have a good nose for the basketball, too. And we have a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Westview, and that's going to go against Mason, his third.
Well, I didn't see that. It looked like he got stripped from behind, but maybe he had an elbow out that I didn't see.
A lot going on over there, but yeah, we were kind of covered up with all the humanity out there.
There was 4 red around him, so
Right.
it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
Another steal by Luke.
Boy, he's been Johnny on the spot there. Good anticipation. Shot is good by Mason, and he's fouled on the fall away underneath.
Well, the group that's in there is playing this trapping defense really well together. You know, it's one thing if the 2 trappers trap, but the middle doesn't cover up the center.
Yeah.
And they're doing it all. They're playing it really nicely right now.
Really impressive. 6:02 to go in this ball game. Westview up 10, 34-24, 60-second timeout. We'll be back right after this. Specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, glass coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204. And we're back at Westview. Good to have you along today on this matinee game here at Westview. Westview and Plymouth, and Westview has the upper hand so far. 10-point lead. Mason Yoder at the free throw line for the Warriors. Shot is up and good. He'll get, well, that completes the old-fashioned three-point play. So now Mason with 13 points, and he leads his team in that department. Hall works it across the timeline. He has Luke Helmuth guarding him out front.
It's nice to see these young players make plays out there. You can just see their confidence grow on both ends of the floor.
Shot from the corner is good, and that's a 3 for Walters, his first points of the ball game. 35-27 now, Westview.
Yeah, that was a big 3. That really kept them in the game.
Brady on a baseline, left wide open, and he'll take that shot any day. 13 now for Brady. Back to a 10-point lead for Westview. Ball kicked out of bounds. It's going to belong to Westview, or Plymouth. And now we might have a change. Nope, they're going to give it to Plymouth. Kobe Walters inbounding. Go ahead.
Well, that was one of those that's just, it was the wrong call, but the ref got blocked, didn't see it, and you can't overturn it if you don't see it.
Ray with a 3, and he hits. Ray, their second leading scorer, shoots 35% from three-point land. That's his first points of the ball game, so we got to give our defense credit for that. There's 4:49 to go in the ball game. Timeout called by Rob Yoder as he thought he was saving a turnover there. So it'll be a 30-second timeout, 4:45 to go in the ball game. Westview up 7, 37-30, back in 30 seconds.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be number 1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
Brady Nash inbounding for Westview, right in front of the Westview bench. He'll get it into Brady Yoder. Westview up 7, 37-30 with 4:38 to go in the ball game.
Plymouth trying to pull a little bit of Traparuski out there too.
Yeah, they are.
Well, here we got to keep being aggressive. 7-point lead, as we know, can evaporate quickly. And we've been getting good shots the whole game. Let's not get trapped. Let's not turn it over.
Good ball movement by Westview. Yeah, Plymouth has gotten right back into this, as you were mentioning off the air here during that timeout with those 2 threes by Ray and also, let's see, who was it? Hall.
Was that number 20 or 10?
10 and 24.
10 and 24. Well, and there was a little, Plymouth had their hand, should have had that turnover, but kind of tipped off of them and went out of bounds.
Right.
So maybe the tide is turning just a little bit in that category.
Westview will inbound underneath their own basket. Mason Yoder to Brady, fakes the 3, drives, and then he gets into double team. Luke Helmuth needs to get out of the lane. He does. Mason Yoder makes the move out front, gives off to Brady. Brady will back it out now between the circles. He'll give off to Braden. Braden fakes, drives toward the hole, and then has it slapped away and stolen from behind by Hall. He gets it into the hands of Ray.
Well, good move that time by Braden. He just didn't finish it.
And there's Walters again with another 3. Quick popper from the corner, and all of a sudden we have a 4-point ball game. 30-second timeout called by Plymouth. We'll be back right after this.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSA.
And we're back 37-33. Plymouth has come out here and hit 3 threes in this fourth quarter to pull themselves back into the ball game. We were up, 12, 11?
It was up to 11. Then they hit a 3, cut it to 8. We hit another one, hit a 2-pointer. Then they kind of hit another one, now cut it to 7. And now it's down to 4. So I thought Braden had a good move that time and should have finished it off. But when you make a drive and don't see who's coming behind it and you turn back into the defense, that's a recipe for a problem, and that's what happened.
Mason out front. He has Ray hawking him. He'll give it off to Braden.
That's what we're doing, is spreading this out a little bit and see if we can use our driving ability to get an easy one in there.
Mason with Trey Hall on him. Drives right around him. Puts it up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Pulled down by Ray. Ray back in a hurry. He'll take it to the corner right side. Cross courts it. In the corner, Strain for 3, and he hits. Oh, my goodness. Plymouth has pulled out the 3 ball here in this fourth quarter and have pulled back within 1 point of Westview now, 37-36 with just 2:40 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, it's tough when you lose momentum like this. And let's see if we can be tough-minded enough to get a basket and a stop here and turn this game back around.
Helmuth with it out front. Guarded there by Strain. He'll get it to Braden Ash. Quick feed inside. Good work from Brady to Mason inside, and Mason had the open layup.
Yeah, and it wasn't fancy, but we were tough. We handled the ball and got a layup out of it. So great job that time.
Hall, Ray drives the baseline. He's double teamed down there. They'll give it to Craybaugh. And now Walters. Strain, who just hit the 3, now to Craybaugh. There's a little guy that number 20, Walters, misses. The putback is up and no good by Craybaugh, but he's fouled. So he'll have a 2-shot foul coming his way, and that foul's going to go against Luke Helmuth, his first.
That time we stayed on our base defense and weren't trapping all over the floor, and it made them take a tougher shot.
Craybaugh was 75% free throw shooter, but he's only, now he's 3 for 5. He was 3 for 4, so he hadn't had a whole lot of opportunities from the free throw line this year. Coming out of the ball game is Walters. Back in is the big guy, Michael Sheely. One more free toss coming Lennon Craybaugh's way. And that one he hits. His first point this afternoon. Brady walks it up for Westview. Minute 45 to go in the ball game. Westview up by 2, 39-37.
Next foul from Plymouth will put us in the bonus.
Mason just blows right by the Plymouth defender there, Strain, and he puts it in.
Yeah, their defensive rotations have got a little bit slower this half. Probably a little tired.
Plymouth works it around the perimeter. Now they'll dish it inside. The ball knocked away. Good job, good hands by Mason. And Brady Yoder comes up with a loose basketball. Now he has it knocked away from behind, but out of bounds by Ray. Minute 10 to go. 70 seconds to go in this ball game. Back in is their shooter, Kobe Walters, one of their shooters. And back out is the big guy, Michael Sheely.
I still think we want to be aggressive here. If we can get a layup off of it, let's do it. We don't want to hold the ball and potentially turn it over being passive.
That's right.
We seem to do much better when we're aggressive.
Helmuth pulls it back out front now. He'll get it to Brady. So they try to trap Luke. Brady now pulls it out. Now he's double teamed. They'll get it to Luke. Right back to Brady. 42 seconds to go in this ball game. Westview up 4, and we have a trip. Going to be a foul on Plymouth. And that foul will go against Ray, his 4th.
Nice job by Brady that time, waiting on the trap and then pushing through it, breaking it.
So Brady will have 1-and-1 here coming. And he hits. Big free throw, 42-37 now, Westview up 5. 2-possession game. Second shot in the air, good again by Brady. 43-37. Plymouth back up in a hurry. With the ball is Hall. He'll go right side. And there's a shot by Walters, no good. Offensive rebound by Plymouth, and then we have a foul on Westview. It's going to be Luke Helmuth. Good hustle, but...
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. We had fouls to give, and that's still a non-shooting foul.
Luke with his second foul of the afternoon, 43-37. Hunter Porter checks in now. Coming out of the ball game will be Wiley Minix.
Yeah, bringing in Hunter, I think, for a little size here, potentially for rebounding.
Lob pass comes in. Now they'll go in the corner. Ray for 3. No good. Off the iron, and Hunter Porter with a rebound, and then he's fouled immediately.
Yeah, he did exactly what he was put in there for.
That's right. Yep. Rebound. Foul goes against Walters, his first. Team 8 foul on Plymouth. So Porter will be at the stripe shooting 1-and-1. 21.2 to go in the ball game. Hunter shots up and he'll get the bonus.
Well, that's awesome to see there. Hunter has sat most of the game. I'm sure he's been in earlier or not.
He was a little bit in that first half.
Oh, that's right. So to come in,
hold off the bench and go right to the free throw
get a
line.
rebound, and then go hit the front end of a 1-and-1. That's really nice to see. And he's like, yeah, no big deal.
8-point lead now for Westview with 18 to go. Shot from the corner, no good. Ray with the rebound. He'll drive, puts it up, scores, and he's fouled. Wow, didn't want to do that.
No, it really wasn't the game plan there, but kind of a scattered play there, and it just happened to. Well, it looks like we're going to come out of here with a victory.
It sure does.
I'm calling
at
it.
this
10
point.
seconds to go, I'm calling it.
I think we got it pretty well in hand here.
Well, we should.
Ray at the free throw line, trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, and he tries to drill it off the back of the glass. It worked. He missed his shot, then got his own rebound, puts it back up. The shot will not count, but a foul against Westview. That one goes against Hunter Porter. That'll send Davis Ray to the free throw line. I believe it's a 2-shot foul.
Coach hollering across to Mike Johnson, the referee, that he went across the line there before the ball hit the rim.
That very well could be. He was pretty aggressive. Ray shots up and nothing but net. 45-40.
Well, I imagine he'll try to miss this one as well.
And I would imagine that Westview will be ready for it. Nope, he just went ahead and hit them both, and a quick timeout called by Plymouth. 7 seconds showing on the clock here at Westview. Westview up by 4, 45-41, and Westview will have the basketball underneath the Plymouth basket. We'll keep it right here. It's going to be a full timeout. Good to have you along this afternoon on this Saturday afternoon game from Westview. And looking ahead, our schedule has changed so much, Jamie, that I'm going to have to cheat and look at my
if they've updated
schedule
it
here. Yeah, and I think, let's see, we have Plymouth and then we have Michiana.
Well, that one's been moved now, hasn't
I
it,
think
to the 14th?
Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
the night after.
9th. And West Noble is now on the 14th because they had moved it from this week. So we got a game
Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday, I believe. Well, no, wait. Michiana.
Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, that's right. Prairie Heights is on Friday. You're right.
So Wednesday, Friday, and then the next week it's Monday, Tuesday, Friday, I believe.
Exactly. 2 home games, West Noble and Wawasee on Monday and Tuesday, and then at Goshen on Friday.
Interesting, he brings Camden in here to inbound the ball late in the game.
Camden looking, bounce passes it into Mason, his older brother, and Mason is immediately fouled with 6.2 seconds to go in the game.
Well, for younger brother, that was probably the only option. He better throw it to older brother right there.
That's true.
Well, the thing with Camden, it doesn't seem like any moment's too big for him. He can handle about anything. Mason with the 1-and-1 here. There's a big shot.
That should ice it. Mason now with 18. Now 19 as he hits them both. 47-41, Westview by 6 with 6 seconds to go. Plymouth quickly across the timeline, shot in the air, and it's way off the mark on the shot at the buzzer. And that'll do it as Westview with a win this afternoon on this Saturday afternoon. 47-41, they defeat the Plymouth Pilgrims. We'll be back with more from Westview as we wrap things up and maybe get an interview right after this 2-minute timeout.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
This is your IHSA. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Visit the new Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Start your day off right with locally roasted coffee at 5 Lakes Coffee. Speedy drive-through or enjoy the aroma and coffee inside. Breakfast and lunch at the Corn Crib Cafe offering daily lunch specials and featuring Yoder popcorn. Quality popcorn since 1936. Homemade caramel corn and free samples while you browse our gourmet shops. That's Yoder Crossroads, 5 and 20, Shipshewana, Indiana.
In Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, glass coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204.
Welcome back to, the post-game show. Westview defeats Plymouth 47-41. Take a look at the individual scoring. First for Plymouth, they had a lot more balance in the second half. Trey Hall hit a 3 to finish with 3. Lennon Craybaum had one free throw for 1 point. Number 20, Kobe Walters, finished with 6, had 2 threes. Davis Ray, who we held scoreless in the first half, finished with 7, had a 3, a 2, and 2 free throws. Easton Strain, their leading scorer on the year, led them tonight as well, just over his average, 7 in each half, finished with 14. And Michael Sheely, who had 8 in the first quarter, finished with 10. So we held him at 2 the rest of the game. For Westview, Brady Yoder played a really nice all-around game, had 7 in the first half, 8 in the second, had a three-pointer, 5 field goals, 2 free throws, finished with 15 points. Mason Yoder, nice second half, had 19. He had 6 in the first, but did a nice job driving in the second half, finished with 7 field goals and 5 free throws for that 19. Wiley Minix had a 3 in the first half, and that's what he finished with. Hunter Porter, big rebound and a big 1-and-1 at the end of the game. Finished with 2 points. Braden Ash had a quick 5 off the bench in the first quarter, I believe, or second quarter. And Bucky Lehman chipped in 3 points all early in the game. And then Max Engel did not register on the scoreboard, but he plays a lot because he plays well.
Yes, he does.
Body positioning, block out, defense, doesn't turn it over, thinks really well out there. And so that was his contribution, even though it didn't show up on the scoreboard individually tonight. So
he earned his start this afternoon, and I think it was well-deserved.
Yeah, he does. Coaches, he talked before the game a lot about turnovers. And so we came out tonight, and really we didn't have a ton of turnovers. I don't know. Do you know how many turnovers we had altogether? Do you know how many turnovers we had? We'll have our Dan check out the turn. He had us down for 8, that's really good.
That is. Yeah, compared to some of the other games that we've had, probably one of them would have been Northridge.
Well, and Plymouth went on a scoring spree, and, they kind of figured out our press, and that's why you kind of hold your breath when you're full half-court pressing, because if they break it, they get open shots. But give them credit, they hit them, but we didn't fold. It got down to 1 point. We toughed it out. We held on to the ball, made a nice dish for a layup, and that kind of turned the momentum back around, and that's exactly what we're talking about with toughness and, making the plays to get over the hump. And this was really the first time we've seen that, where we've had a game, we led, we let the lead get away, found a way to get it back, and won the game. So that was a big turning point.
Good win for us against the Northern Lakes Conference team. Mishawaka coming up next week, and I haven't looked that far ahead, I guess. I'm not even sure how they're doing this year.
They're up and down. I think they have a close to 500 record, if I remember correctly. But, we have several games coming up that, we're going to have to play well to win. But they're winnable. It's not like we're outclassed in, size or speed or anything like that. So it's good, solid teams coming up.
I guess the huge game would be our conference game next Friday against Prairie Heights at their gym.
Yeah, take it back on Mishawaka. They're actually 9-4.
Okay.
But this same Plymouth team, I thought this Plymouth team just beat them. Let me see here. I'm all scatterbrained on this right now, but let's see. Maybe it was Northridge that beat them, and they haven't played yet. But, Plymouth. Nope, they beat Plymouth by 5. So not too far off.
That might be a good ball game as well between these two teams, Westview. And we've got Luke Helmuth coming up here. So we'll keep it right here, and we'll talk to Luke. Luke.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good ball game. It isn't all offense. You got in there and you played great defense. You seemed like you were right on your game. You knew where that ball was going, and you knocked the ball away a few times. And good defensive game today. You really contributed and got a lot of playing time out there, well-deserved playing time.
Thank you.
So you were inserted into the lineup for that purpose, correct?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
To move the basketball on offense and also your defensive play. That was a great win for you guys this afternoon, too. After that big comeback you had at North short, but what a comeback that was. And I think there was some momentum coming into this game this afternoon with Plymouth as well. So you're getting a little more playing time here in the second half of the season, and that's got to be you got to be a happy guy.
Yeah, very happy. Been working hard.
So your team is kind of coming together now, seeing more players playing out there. What's the chemistry like on the team this year?
I feel like the chemistry is definitely building throughout the year, and once we get a really good chemistry going, I feel like we can win these close games that we've been having.
Well, one thing to a successful team is your whole team. You have to kind of know your role on your team on the team. So, what do you feel your role is?
I feel like I need to get in there, and I just can't turn it over. I need to make plays on defense, and if I get an open shot, I think I need to make that.
Yep, did a great job this afternoon. And we saw other guys off the bench. Well, for one thing, the freshman, Max Engel, got the start this afternoon. And also Hunter Porter came off the bench. Probably for his height, we're thinking, for that rebound. And he was fouled. Pulled off the bench, went to the other end, and sunk a couple of big free throws there because Plymouth had really decreased that Westview lead down at the end of the ball game. And we needed those free throws. So, yeah, it's good to see you guys playing out there and good hustle tonight or this afternoon. I'm used to saying tonight because we don't have very many afternoon games. But, yeah, good hustle and played well for the Warriors this afternoon. Congratulations on the win. And good luck next week. You have Mishawaka, and you guys don't really look ahead. You'll prepare for Mishawaka come Monday during practice. So, yeah, they're a pretty good ball club from the South Bend area.
Yeah.
But they they beat Plymouth, but only by 5 or something like that. So it should be a pretty competitive ball game between you two guys. And you're playing on the Westview hardwood, so that should be an advantage for the Warriors as well. Luke, good luck the rest of the way. Congratulations on a great ball game for you this afternoon.
Thank you.
Yep. That was Luke Helmuth, Westview Warriors. Luke had a good ball game this afternoon off the bench for the Warriors. Luke is a sophomore, 5'8" sophomore. But, yeah.
Well, and I don't know if you brought it up with your interview with him, but, he's come a long way this year. He started on the varsity, didn't play much, so went down to JV, got some experience, kind of got his mojo going a little bit. Now he's up, and now he's played key minutes in a tight game, handling the ball. And really that's what this team needed was another ball handler. So a guy that could get out there, and he's got decent size, and he does a nice job of keeping the ball low. Early in the year he didn't. I think he dribbled too high, and it's a big jump from JV. And so
he looked really comfortable out there this afternoon.
And he did a nice job at Northridge, kind of getting us started on our comeback. And he's being rewarded for working hard and getting better. So good team win. Good to see the young guys growing, and that's what we need heading towards sectional.
Well, what encourages me is seeing more guys come in off the bench and contribute. Not just Luke, but Hunter Porter came in this afternoon, did a good job hitting those free throws. We used Max Engel, of course. He started this afternoon, and Wells came in off the bench. It seemed like we had a lot more bench players playing today than we normally do. I guess it was Hunter and
we played 9 today, which
Jethro. Well, Camden was in.
Camden, Luke, Max, Buck. In the first half it was Bucky and Braden that kind of gave us a little boost, and then the second half it was other people. So it's just when you got younger players that are still learning their way, different guys step up on different days. But we got our 2 mainstays, Brady and Mason, and everybody's filling in the gaps nicely. So I think they look much improved, and that's what you would expect.
Should be an exciting week coming up with the 3 ball games, starting with or actually 2 ball games, I guess. Mishawaka on Wednesday. That's a February 9th Wednesday game, as that's been moved. And then Prairie Heights on Friday night at Prairie Heights. And the other changes that were made just last week, we had, of course, West Noble was postponed on Friday to Valentine's Day, so that should be easy to remember. Monday, February 14th, believe it or not, it's going to be a Monday night game on the 14th, and then we host Wawasee the following night, and then we travel to Goshen on the 18th on Friday night. So there'll be 3 games next week, or the week after, I should say.
And guys should know that bringing your wife or girlfriend to the game on Valentine's Day is actually very romantic.
There you go.
That was my first date with my wife. We went to a basketball, not Westview game, but a basketball game, and it's cemented things for the last 28 years,
There you go.
think. So bring them on out. Bring them all.
Yeah, that's right. Celebrate Valentine's Day right here at Westview High School. Good to have you along this afternoon. Once again, the happy totals for the Warriors as they defeat the Plymouth Pilgrims by a score of 47-41. Westview now 7 and 8 on the 2021-22 season. Plymouth drops to 5-12 with the loss this afternoon. The JV was victorious earlier, 42-35, stretching their record to 13-2 now. So a fine season for Coach Weaver and his JV as well. This afternoon's game sponsor was Weaver Furniture Sales with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our halftime sponsor was Lehman Insurance and Financial Group. Their passion is protecting yours. Located on Lehman Drive in Topeka. This afternoon's game is also brought to you by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Call Dale at 260-463-3970. Also by Yoder Crossroads, located on the southwest corner of State Road 5 and US 20, south of Shipshewana. By Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. By Stutzman Power Equipment on US 20 West in Shipshewana. Also, Height Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. By Dry Forest Wood Products on County Road 675 in Shipshewana. By LaGwana, your local creative services provider. By Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, located right across from the Topeka Sale Barn on East Lake Street in Topeka. Also available portable toilet and sink rentals, daily, weekly, or monthly rentals. This afternoon's game also brought to you by Dutch Blessing Floral and Gifts, located on Taylor Drive in Shipshewana, and by Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury. Today's game was a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. So for Jamie Miller, Chris Mast, our camera operator, and our engineer, Jeremy Anderson, this is Jerry Host.